For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
And it's a very good morning from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you back to Mokpo in South Korea. Yesterday it was melting Mokpo during the speed when it was boiling hot weather here, around 29 degrees. Well, today it's a lot different. Big news here. Super Typhoon Von Dong out in the Pacific could scupper play here today. We might be seeing the back end of it, as it were, and the first little wave of it, as it were, is due to hit Mokpo in the next couple of hours. So we may see delays here. We could see finals moved. We may not even see a final at all if this weather is as heavy as some say it may be. But we are going to get underway momentarily. This is how the men's semi-final lines up. Israel's Or Vexler will get us underway. Yabi Kim of South Korea, Zongwon Cho of South Korea as well, Ellen Jonas McRae of Canada, Jongwon Chon of South Korea, followed by Yuzuru Aida Horotsu Shimizu. We saw him down in Umeya. Jae-won Park of South Korea, Rei Sugimoto of Japan, and Han-won Kim of South Korea make up the first 10 of the semi-finals for the men. Followed by Yuki Hada, Loic Timmermans did well out in Umeya a few weeks ago, Javier Cano Velasquez of Spain, Magnus Midbo of Norway was in good form this morning when I was chatting to him, Mario Lechner of Austria, followed by Akito Matsushima of Japan, Naoki Shimatani of Japan, Hein-Bun Min, former winner here in Mokpo 2 years ago, looking to try and reclaim that form. Gautier Super, Domin Skofic, and then the big six at the end. Stefano Chisofi, Romain Degrange, Jakob Schubert, Sean McCall, Ramon Julien P. Blanquet, and the history maker, Adam Ondra. 26 men take the wall, as do 26 women. Few names you won't really recognise here on these first early climbers. A lot of Thai climbers, which is great to see. Wachiwan Thomas of Thailand, followed by Sing Hyun Kim of South Korea, Men Hyung Wang of South Korea as well, Pritana Rakashat of Thailand, followed by Puntarika Tinyanavech of Thailand as well. Sola Kim, which you see her on the bouldering tour, having to go to elite climbing from South Korea. Anastasia Simiolina, followed by Min Chun Kim, Jaime Cho, Maya Vidmar, of course, 10-time World Cup winner from Slovenia, going out early, which could be to her benefit if this rain is going to come in the next couple of hours. Followed by Netta Friedman of Israel, Barbara Barkel of Austria, Nikki van Bergen of the Netherlands, Solsar of South Korea, Yuka Kobayashi, who did well out in Gijon last month, Dinaria Fakaritinova, the European champion, here as well, as is Aya Ono, Christina Skrons of Austria, Eika Tajima, Helen Zheniko, and in the final six, Arisa Ota of Japan, Katarina Posch, Annick Verhoeven of Belgium, Mina Markovic, Magdalena Ruck of Austria, and the world champion and home favourite, Jan Kim of South Korea. And we got underway right on time. First climbers out are Or Vexler of Israel on the right hand side of your screen, and Wachiran Thomas of Thailand. So Wadi Kap to all the Thai viewers who are here joining us here in Mokpo. Great to have you with us. Fantastic part of the world, Thailand, if you ever have the chance to go. One of those beautiful parts of the world. And hopefully we might see some beautiful climbing here from Wachiran Thomas. 22 plus and a 19 for the 17-year-old in her qualifiers. And Or Vexler, the world number 74, 56 out in Gijon. And already we have our first climber off the wall, Wachiran Thomas. I was chatting to Seb Helink earlier, he's here but not taking part due to a fever for the young German climber. I was chatting to him about 10 minutes ago about what he expects on both of these routes. He says the women's route is quite technical, You may see a lot of the local climbers struggling in the early parts, especially in the women's route. And when they get into the roof section here on the men's routes, you'll really see the cream rise to the top. Well, all excellent, short and sweet for the Israeli athlete. So, next climber's out. For the women is Sung Hyun Kim, 17-year-old, the world number 46. Taking part in 2 World Cups this season. It's their first semi-final, in fact, where she didn't make the semis out in Chamonix or Briançon when she came 49th and 41st, respectively. A 22 and a 20 plus for Sung Hyun Kim, and short and sweet for the 17-year-old Korean. Yabi Kim. (27-year-old, one number 33, 25th out in Haiyang. Earlier this year, hasn't taken part in any other league competition though this season. A 29 plus and a 32 for Yabi Kim. Has made a final though before in the past. When he came 8th out in Amman 3 years ago, out in Jordan. Yabi scored 29 plus and a 32 in his qualifiers. And also, I'll also give you abreast of what's happening here in Mokpo with regards to any changes we might have in the schedule, the weather as well. Rain is forecast here as part of a super typhoon Vondong that's out in the Pacific right now. The Shitsu hits southern end tip of Japan today and partly here as well in South Korea, but the further north it goes, apparently the weaker it gets, so it's going to be heavy rain when it arrives here in South Korea. Other climber on the wall currently as well is the second Korea climber, Min Hyun Hwang, who's just getting underway. We've got our eyes on Yabi Kim right now. Min Wang, the oldest climber by a country mile, in fact, in this competition for both the males and females. 45 years of age. Min Wang, 22 plus and a 19 plus in qualifying. Plenty of Korean climbers we've seen here over the 2 days. Plenty in the speed competition yesterday as well. Won by Yulia Kaplina in the women and Marcin Zaninsky in controversial circumstances, it must be said, after he was reinstated back into the draw. Disappointment there for Yabi Kim. And Min Hyun Wang also departs. So some early casualties here, struggling in this lead semi-final. Yes, the weather forecast here has said the rain should start coming in here from 1 p.m. onwards. This says, I'm just looking at the local radar, and the rain is said to be a couple of hours away. The forecasters have said there could be a chance in between 12 and 1, around a 50-50 chance of it raining, and then it ups to around 65-66% between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. There's a little bit of a break for an hour or two, and then a second wave of another band of rain comes in to Mokpo, and because of the lack of floodlights they have at this venue, that's not enough to light the whole wall. Then our deadline here is sunset, which is at 6 p.m. here local time. So the organisers have told me they're going to try their utmost to get as much climbing in. The most important thing, first of all, is to get the semi-finals, as much of them done and dusted, and hopefully try and get a result in the bag, and then they'll decide about the finals. The finals are due to start around 3:30 here local time. It looks like they're going to be moved to 2 o'clock. With the possibility it could be moved to even earlier. Just to remind you, of course, if you want to get in touch, those of you out on Twitter, you know the hashtag, it's IFSCWC. Keen to hear your thoughts on your predictions. Of course, this is the first leg of the Asia Tour, the Asia swing of lead climbing. We move to China next week, out in Hayang. Wuzhang, I do beg your pardon. Thank you, my producer Johnny Rhodes, for reminding me. We were at Hayang earlier this year in June. Yes, Wuzhang. And then we move on to Inzai a week later, just outside Tokyo.
돌리면 되는데 이게 안 돌려져. 아, 그래요?
I'll give you the scores that we've seen so far. Yabi Kim currently in the lead. Early days though, of course, with a 29. Or Vexelot of Israel with a 28 plus. And in the women's competition, they are struggling in the early part. Min Young Wang is the leader with an 8 plus, followed by Seung Young Kim, also with an 8 plus, and Wachariwan Thomas with a 5 plus. And Pratana Rukshat has just taken the lead due to her countback in the quarterfinals. She also has an 8 plus. They're struggling in the early part, are the ladies, on this difficult route.
Camera legs, yeah? Hang on. Yeah? No?
Seung
No,
Won
it's
Cho.
fine. Okay, that's fine.
Also departing the wall. Quite an early part, in fact, so I don't think he'll be trouble in the top 8.
Are you still alive?
But we are going through the early part here. We're at some steady speed. 5th climber already on the wall in the female competition. And we're only a good 10 minutes into 10, 12 minutes into the competition. It's our 3rd side climber. Puntarika Tinianovic, a 24-year-old. Topain Gizon at the World Championships, where she came in 41st place. A 26 and a 23 plus for the 24-year-old Thai. And once again, more evidence that the early climbers are struggling on the female route. Ellen Jonas McRae now. Made 2 semi-finals this season for the young 19-year-old. 22nd out in Hainan, 22nd out in Imst as well. We're also sharing pictures here with local broadcasters, Mountain TV. As the next female climber coming out, Solar Kim. Only 8 plus is the score so far on the female route in the semi-final. We've only seen 3 male climbers take to the wall as well. Yabi Kim leading so far with a 29. And it's 8 plus is the leading score so far in the women's lead semi-final. Well, this is good stuff from Solak Kim, who's going to take the lead in this women's league semi-final. Alan Jonas McRae, roughly around the area, Yavi Kim, left us. Let's see if the young Canadian can maybe stamp his mark in this semi-final and have an early score. One thing it must be said though, that the weather does come in, and it could, we don't know how heavy this rain's due to be, even as Alan leaves us. As I mentioned, we're not sure how heavy this weather's due to be. If it's just light and drizzle, you know, it may still continue, but it will affect, of course, the holds. And if the heavier stuff is due to come in later, then somebody can, and the early party, can really make a name for himself. We did see that out in Noumea, in the World Youth Championships, where a lot of the later starters had to compete with the weather. I seem to remember Bernard Roker and Lloyd Timmermans were good recipients of their section, if my memory serves me right. They went out really early in their finals, and then the weather came in halfway through, and I seem to remember both of them picking up podium positions. Yes, Alan Jonas McRae has the lead in the men's semi-finals. It's early days though, of course. 33 was his score. And so like him, 12 moves clear than her rivals with a 20 for the young Korea. Two new climbers on the wall. Anastasia Samelina, the 19-year-old. First semi-final for Anastasia this season. And that will be the end of her campaign. Young Won-chon of Korea. 18 years of age. First World Cup of the season. 37 and 31 plus in qualifying. Made the semi-finals here in Mokpo 12 months ago when he came in 24th place. struggling on these in the early parts of this semi-final. The route setters gave him a devilish route. And he's having the better of most of the early starters. And another early finish. That was Min Sung Kim, who made the semi-finals out in Hayang earlier this year. And the route setters right now licking their lips right now. I'm thinking they're really trying to cut the trying to make the cream rise to the top, and we shall see that with the later parts, with the later climbers, the more more experienced ones that we do see on the World Cup circuit. The first one we'll see in 2 climbers' time, we'll see how Maya Vedmar tackles this route. She'll be out in 2 climbers' time after Haimi Cho of South Korea, who's just looking at the route right now. We're looking at Yuzuru Aida, 17-year-old from Japan, 6th in the Singapore World Youth 2 years ago. A 29 plus and a 34 with his 2 scores in qualifying. His first World Cup of the season. For a lot of these climbers, you'll see them a lot in the future. A lot of them are young, 18, 19 years of age. So it's a good experience for a lot of these young climbers, and you all know that they're going to benefit from it in the future. Wow, 2 early exits for both Haimi Cho and Yuzuku Aida. We're already 9 climbers down in the women's big semi-final. But no doubt we'll start seeing the more experienced climbers now and see how they tackle this route. First one we'll see very shortly is Maya Vedmar, in fact, the 10-time World Cup champion. She'll be out in the arena shortly. And Horito Shimizu saw him out in Numea. Some parts also up in Hayang earlier this year when he came in 17th place. The young 18-year-old from Japan. He's just about getting underway, as you can see in the middle of your screen.
벌써 여자 선수
Shimmies on the wall, Maya Vidmar just getting underway. And no doubt, with all of Maya's experience, you can see here, really make it a good fist of this. 20 is the leading score so far in the female semi-final. That's by Solar Kim. So Maya Vidmar here can really lay down a good target score for the rest to follow. And as I have mentioned over the last half an hour or so, it is foul weather on its way here to Mokpo. It is going to come today, just a question of when. Athletic ability there from Maya Vidmar. Good flexibility from the Slovenian. Little Shimizu departs. Difficult area of the wall, that one. That men's route. It's scuppered a few of the early climbers. Around about the 29-30 move mark. I'll give you a breath where we stand on the leaderboard shortly, but Maya is the one who's going to be posting the score here in the female semi-final. Maya's made the final innings. She's been in good form, in fact. 4th place out in Austria. She made the final at the World Championships in Gijon, where she came in 5th place there in northern Spain. Didn't take part out in Briançon or Hayang. Semi-finalist in Chamonix, where she came in 12th place. 38, 39 plus en route to this semi-final.
from Korea.
Just having a look at the Twitter page, reminder the hashtag IFSC WC. Mojka watching out in Slovenia, no doubt cheering on Maya Vidmar. She tweets that she's not sure when the final's going to start. She doesn't wake up too early or too late. Well, in all fairness, Mike, we don't even know when the finals are going to start. They were penciled in for 3:30 local time here this afternoon, but as I mentioned, we do have rain on the way, weather on the way, so as soon as I know, I'll tell you. G1 Park of South Korea just getting underway as well. Maya Vidmar setting the bar here. Still with plenty of time in hand as well. Maya Vidmar still continuing to make progress. Finding a rest point. Trying to continue this route. Oh, she's annoyed, Maya Vidmar, very much annoyed as she leaves the wall. She knows she could have done better. But it's a difficult route, this women's route. Maya Vidmar is so annoyed, she's head straight back from the back of the wall. Frustration for the Slovenian. I'll tell you what her score will be. I'm guessing it is going to have the lead here in this women's semi-final. Still yet to be confirmed. Maya Vidmar leaves the wall, hands on her head, not happy. Maya's score was a 39 plus. I can take you through the top 10 of the women's competition so far. Maya Vidmar leads with a 39 plus, then Solar Kim with a 20, and then a lot of the earlier climbers struggling. Pintarika Tinyanovic of Thailand with an A plus. Same score for Min Kun Wang and Sung Young Kim of Korea. But of course, those guys are separated from the scores in the qualifiers. Then Anastasia Samolina of Russia with an 8. Tatana Rakashak with an 8 as well. And then 3 climbers with 5 plus apiece. They are Jaime Cho, Min Jun Kim, and Watawian Thomas of Thailand. That's 10 climbers down in the women's competition, and so far we are 8 climbers down in the men's. It's led by Elan Jonas McRae of Canada with a 33, then followed by Siwon Park of Korea with a 31, Yabi Kim of South Korea with a 29, Horito Shimizu of Japan 28 plus. Scores matched by the Israeli or Baxler with a 28 plus as well. Yongwon Chon of Korea with a 27, and then 2 climbers with an 18 plus of pins. They were Yuzuru Iida and Swingwon Cho. Netta Fredman of Israel and Rei Sugimoto of Japan. Good to see Rei on a lead event. It's his first lead event, in fact, since juniors. For the 22-year-old, 39 plus and a 33 with his qualifying scores. As I mentioned, his first lead event since climbing in the junior ranks. That's for Netta Friedman, 19-year-old. Second semi-final this year. Her best score, in fact, her best ever finish is 24th in Briançon. And I think no doubt she's going to better that today. 37 and a 41 plus for Netta in qualifying.
여러분 아쉽습니다. 레이스 기본도 선수였습니다.
Ray's race is run. Fredman now. Well, she's going to guarantee the better, best ever result in World Cup climbing. The effort she's made on this wall, she's going to get it in herself in the teens. But can she better than that? Disappointment for the Israeli athlete, but she'll better her best ever finish in World Cup climbing, that is for sure. And it should be a top 20 finish for Israel's Netta Fredman. And for those of you who weren't here with the speed climbing yesterday, and you can hear a little bit of a buzzing coming through your laptop speakers, and you might be wondering there might be a fly in the room or something along those lines, well, in fact, it's a little portable helicopter that they got flying over the arena here. For our other TV partners, Mountain TV, they have a little camera on this little helicopter and it's flying, buzzing around over the arena. Try and give those guys some aerial shots. In the meantime, next climber out in the men's competition is Hanwol Kim. 19-year-old from South Korea. 17th out in Hayang earlier this year was his best ever result. Made the semi-finals out in Imst. Didn't take part in the World Championships though. Didn't make the grade there. And he didn't qualify on 2 occasions out in France either. Netta Fredman, 28 plus. But the Israeli athlete puts it into second place currently. Austria's Barbara Barker getting underway. 9 climbers down in the men's competition, 11 down in the women's. Top scorer is still Alan Jonas McRae of Canada in the men's lead competition with a 33 plus. 33, I do beg your pardon. And this is good athletic effort from Hanwol Kim, who recovers well. Maybe in the wrong rest period there for Hanwol Kim. Barbara Barker in the meantime. We move across. Barbara, with respect, one of the veterans now of the game. 32 years of age for the world number 16. 4 semi-finals, I beg your pardon, this year. Been fourth on 2 occasions in competitive climbing. 16th out in Hayang earlier this year, and in Chamonix as well. 22nd out in Imst on home soil. 24th out in Gijon, and a pair of 38 pluses is what she got in qualifying en route to this semi-final. And she made better her best World Cup score of the season here with a strong climb here. Such are the results of the earlier climbers, and Barbara's already surpassed them by a country mile.
네, 남자 26명의 선수 중에 11번째 선수 출전했습니다. Yukiada from Japan. 안타깝게 정말 좋은 경기를 보여준 발발 선택에
Been a devilish route,
박수 보내줍시다.
this women's route this morning. Already half the field and enough taking part in this women's
네, 준비한
semi-final, and we've only played what, 49 minutes.
들이 올라갔습니다. 여자부 총 26명이 올라갔고 남자도 역시 26명의 선수가 올라갔습니다. 현재 12명의 여자 선수가 마친 상태고요. 이제 13번째 선수가 출전을 기다리고 있습니다. 네, 13번째 여자 선수 정답선에 보시면 입장하는 모습이 보입니다. 이름은 Nikki van Bergen from Netherlands. 네, 현재 총 26명 중에 13명의 선수가 출전했는데요. 13번째 선수가 경기를 마치면 루트 점검이 잠깐 있겠습니다.
Nikki van Bergen. And Yuki Hada are our next climbers out this morning. Barbara Barker into second place with her climb of 32 plus. And Hanwol Kim now leads the men's lead semi-final with a 35. 10 climbers down in that competition. Yuki Hada, 17 years of age, 5th in the world youth out in Noumea. I was there a few weeks ago. First World Cup of the season for the young Japanese athlete. And Nikki van Bergen 15th. Anton Hayang 19th in Chamonix, 20th in Briançon, 19th at the World Championships for Nikki. A result this season, a consistent semi-finalist. Made the finals in Wujiang though, a little while back.
안타깝습니다. 유기하다 선수였습니다. 예선전 루트가 만만치 않습니다. 아직까지 완전한 선수가 없고 계속해서 진행 중에 있습니다. 네, 유기하다 선수 뒤로 하고 14명의 남자 세계 선수들이 기다리고 있습니다. 저렇게 작은 홀드에 발을 디디고 또 팔로 견뎌내며 열심히 자기 분량 끝내주고 있는 니키 선수가 화면에 잡혔고요. 계속해서 남자 12번째 선수 출전했습니다. 로익 더먼스 from Belgium. Wonderful performance, Nikki.
Loic Timmermans has come to join the party. Young 19-year-old from Belgium. Saw him out in New Maid as well, where he took advantage of some foul weather. That came on late in that competition to finish in second place in his category. Two semi-finals this season for Loic, 19th and 26th. 26 in Hayang early this year and 19th out in Imst. Didn't take part in the World Championships, he did save himself for the World Youths. +29 and 42 were his scores in the qualifying.
네, 앞서 지나간 13명의 선수
Well, they're halfway through the women's semi-final, so they're having a root clean before the next female athlete comes out, which will be Denaria Fakretdinova. No, but I do beg your pardon, it'll be Solsa. I do beg your pardon. It's Fakretdinova on my spreadsheet, but on the start list it's Solsa. That's likely to be the end of the Young Belgians campaign. So you can see there's a route cleaner on the women's route right now. So while we have a break in play, let me tell you where we stand in the women's competition before the next male athlete comes out. So Maya Vidmar currently leads this women's lead semi-final here in Mokpo with a 39 plus. Nikki van Bergen of the Netherlands is in second place with a 34 plus. Barbara Barker of Austria, 32 plus in third place. Netta Fredman of Israel, 28 plus, is guaranteed to be her best ever finish in a lead World Cup, whatever happens. Solar Kim with a 20 in fifth place. And then we saw a lot of the early athletes who were struggling in the early part of the route, and you can see that in their scores here. Puntarika Chunjanovic with an A plus, Mei Hyung Wang 8 plus, Shinyan Kim 8 plus. Those three separated on their scores and their qualifiers. Anastasia Samalina with a 8, Pratana Rakashat with an 8, and then three climbers there with a 5 plus. They are Jaime Cho, Min Sun Kim, and Mochawiwan Thomas. So that's where we are halfway through the women's lead semi-final. Final male climber before they have their half-time break. It's from Spain. Javier Cano Blasquez, 24-year-old. Just made one semi-final earlier this year, and that's his best ever result, in fact, was in Germany when he came in 24th place. Since then, 69th out in Briançon, 30th in MC, come 32nd on home soil at the World Championships in Gijon. 38 plus and a 39 plus on the two scores for the 24-year-old Spaniard. So, no doubt we'll be halfway now through the men's league competition as the Spaniard Javier Cano Blasquez leaves the stage with disappointment etched on his face. The route cleaner is really making a thorough job of the women's route right now. I know that we'll have another route cleaner on the men's lead route as well. So we're going to have a little bit of a break in play, as it were. So let's run you through the men's top 13 as we stand at halfway here in Mokpo at 10:34 on this Sunday morning here local time. Hanwol Kim leads the way, 35 his score. Elan Jonas McRae of Canada, 33 from the young Canadian. Javier Cano Blasquez, 31 plus for the Spaniard. Ji-Won Park, 31. Yuki Hada, 30 plus, tied with Rei Sugimoto, 30 plus. Yabi Kim, 29. Horoto Shimizu, 28 plus. Or Wexler, the Israeli athlete, with a 28 plus. Jean Wunchon with a 27. Loïc Timmermans with a 26 for the young Belgian. Yuzuru Aida, 18 plus. And also an 18 plus for Xiongwon Cho. And Magnus Midbo will be the next climber out in that men's league competition in probably about 5-10 minutes from now. Just having a look at the weather forecast at the minute as the route cleaners are still going strong. It looks like right now we've missed part of it. So I'm just looking at the weather radar on my laptop in front of me right now. It is on its way. That is for sure. It is on its way, but I think right now we just missed the light drizzle, as it were, of the first part of it. But the heavy stuff I'm seeing in green is on its way. It could be an hour or so away. So hopefully we try and get the semi-final in the bag. Hopefully round about by midday, 12:15. I think we'll get a result on the semi-finals, and then the decision will need to be made on the finals, because behind this first band of wet weather is the second band. This is where the heaviest stuff is coming in. The stuff that you see that I'm seeing on my screen, that's like 8-9 millimeters an hour. So, you know, it's heavy rain that is on its way here, which is a question of when. They are forecasted to be 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. I'm hearing permutations coming along that they could have both climbers, male and female climbers, climbing at the same time in the finals and won't be alternates as you usually see in World Cups, just so we can try and get a result in under an hour instead of a regular 2 hours that a final would be. They're going to try their utmost to get a final here. They don't want to see what happened out in Briançon earlier this year, where they played Russian roulette with the weather, and unfortunately they lost that game. And we saw the thunder and lightning there that cost the final in Briançon. We don't want that to happen here in Mokpo. So they're going to try their utmost to get a final underway, but no doubt they want to get this semi-final in the bag first of all before making a decision on that final. So I think the climbers are aware of the weather that is en route, so they know that they're going to have to try their utmost to do as well as they can here in this semi-final.
네, 결승전이죠. 죄송합니다. 정정하겠습니다. 아까 마야 선수가 경기 끝나자마자 이렇게 뒤로 숨어가지고 로프를 빼더라고요. 화가 났어요.
네, 본인이 생각했던 것처럼 이렇게 등반 템포가 나오진 않으니까는 본인이 지금 가지고 있는 정말 시간이 있거든요. 보통 선수들이 그렇죠. 나는 뭐 7분짜리 배터리 갖고 있다, 8분짜리 배터리 갖고 있다고 생각을 하는데 본인이 갖고 있는 배터리는 8분짜리라고 생각했는데 본인이 생각했던 위치가 아닌 스팅 위치에서 지금 한편에 나가버릴까요? 그래서 본인 스스로에게 너무나도 화가 난 거예요. 그래서 스포츠를 갖다 빨리 내지 못했던 그 정말 믿게 대한 거.
네. 그 아쉬웠던 표정이 역력합니다. 아까도 보니까 이제 화장실 가면서 만났는데 눈이 잘 피하더라고요. 그래서 이 선수 화가 단단히 났구나. 네. 그거 왜 그런 이유가 있어요. 그리고 랭킹표를 보면은 마야 선수가 현재 세계 랭킹 14위, 이번 시즌에 14위 랭킹을 가지고 있거든요.
네, 지금 그 마야 비가르 선수가 이번 시즌에 경기를 많이 참가를 못했죠.
네, 두 번만 참가했었네요.
예, 그 프랑스 샤모니에서 있었던 샤모니 월드컵 그리고 예, 부양정 월드컵. 근데 샤모니 월드컵에서도 별로 그렇게 성적이 크게 좋지는 못했어요.
네.
12위를 기록했었고 그리고 부양정에서 4위를 기록했었는데요.
대단한데요?
근데 마야 비가르 선수가
Guys, get in touch with us on Twitter. IFSC WC is the hashtag, of course.
예, 마야 비가르 선수가 이제 활동을 많이
Keen to hear your thoughts on who you think may do well here in Mokpo, and of course in the other destinations we're due to go to. Still 3 World Cups to go this season of 2014. We head to China next week in Wujiang, then followed by Japan to Inzai, and then the season comes to a head, as always, in Slovenia, in Konya, in mid-November.
목포 월드컵을 뒤로하고 중국과 또 일본에서 또 월드컵이 계속 열리고 있죠.
그리고 또 마지막 파이널전은
네.
마야 비가르 선수.
So much great climbing still to come here.
예, 슬로베니아 크란에서 있죠.
또 기대해볼 만하죠.
This great World Cup season.
저 되게 개인적으로 기대가 되는 게 남아있는 선수들이 10위권 랭킹에 있는 선수가 7명이나 남아있어요. 세계 랭킹. 네, 이번 시즌 기준으로 1위 김자인 선수를 기준으로 7명의 10위권 이내에 드는 선수들이 지금 대기하고 있어요.
네, 지금 이곳 목포 월드컵에 참가한 선수들을 보면은 여자부 선수들은
네.
월드 랭킹 1위부터 월드 랭킹 7위까지가 모두 참가를 하고 있거든요.
와,
지금
재밌겠네요.
2014년도 시즌 현재 월드컵 랭킹 1위는 380점인 김자인 선수, 그리고
네.
2위는 340점을 기록하고 있는 막달리아 롱 선수, 그리고 이제 3위가 240점을 기록하고 있는 벨기에의 베어맨 선수.
이 선수들이 또 후반부에 이제 나오고 있습니다. 근데 또 이제 작년에 참가했었던 이나 마르코비치 선수가 이 경기에서 1위를 했잖아요.
그렇죠. 예, 지난해 여기서 1위를 했었죠.
네네네. 근데 이번 시즌에 4위의 랭킹을 가지고 있어요. 되게 궁금해요. 이번 시즌에 이번 이 대회에서 김자인 선수와 이나 선수의 대결이 어떻게 결과가 날지 정말 궁금해요.
근데요, 이건 참 조심스러운 얘기인데,
네.
그러니까 이번 시즌 월드컵 라운드에서
네.
이나 선수의 기록을 보면은 첫 번째 하이양 대회에서 5위, 그리고 두 번째 샤머니 월드컵에서 3위, 그리고 세 번째 무리항송에서 2위, 그리고 네 번째 IFSC 월드컵에서 5위를 차지를 했었는데
그래서 썩 좋지가 않네요. 작년에 여기서 1등한 거에 비교하면.
지난 시즌이 굉장히 좋았어요.
네,
성적이.
굉장히 좋았죠.
이번 시즌 들어가고서는
약간 좋진 않은데요.
네, 이 마카리나 선수 그리고
네.
김다현 선수에 비해 가지고
네, 비교가
성적이 조금 많이 뒤지는 그런 성적으로 가고 있습니다.
막달리나 선수가 아주 막달리고 있네요.
그리고 또 지금 시즌 후반부 들어와서 굉장히 상승세를 타고 있는 제시카 필스 선수. 모선의 제시카 필스 선수가 있는데 이 선수가 이번 대회에는 참가하지 않았어요.
이 선수 한번 보고 싶을 때 왜 안 왔을까? 좀 아쉬운데요. 계속해서 한번 남자 난이도 선수들, 참가한 선수들 볼까요?
네, 남자 난이도에 참가한 선수들은 지금 1위부터
네,
월드컵 랭킹 1위부터 9위까지의 선수들이
네,
다 참여했는데 그중에 이제 일본의 사치아파 선수가 현재 4위를 기록하고 있는데 선수를 제외한 나머지 8명의 선수들이 모두 참가를 하고 있습니다.
네, 또 이 선수들이 또 후반부에 또 좋은 경기를 펼쳐주길 기다리고 있죠. 대한민국의 강사랑 민현민 선수가
예, 그렇죠. 대한민국의 민현민 선수가 있죠.
네, 기대됩니다.
올해 성적을 보면은 첫 번째 라운드에서 하이양 월드컵에서 5위를 차지했었고
네,
그다음에 시아모네 월드컵에서 16위, 그리고 우리항송 월드컵에서 9위, 그리고 네 번째로 열렸던 IFSC 월드컵에서는 별로 성적이 좋진 않았어요. 아쉽게도
네.
이번 대회에서 멋진 결과 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.
네, 그라운드입니다.
경기 안내 방송입니다. 경기 진행 안내 방송입니다. 각부 심판님들은 정 위치해 주시기 바랍니다. 각부 심판님들은 정 위치해 주시기 바랍니다.
네, 남자 루트 점검이 끝났습니다. 곧 이어서 남자 경기 시작하게 될 텐데요. 총 26명의 선수들 중에 13명의 선수들이 기다리고 있습니다. Attention please, all the judges, all the officials have been seated, please. Have a seat please, all the officials. 네, 계속해서 여자 루트 점검 시간도 끝났습니다.
그중에 우리가 지금 곧 만나볼 선수는 대한민국의 사솔 선수.
사솔 선수 지금 만나러 가갑니다. 네, 지금 준비를 하고 있을 텐데요. 우리 사솔 선수 등장하면 여러분이 큰 환호와 함성 함께 해주시면 선수가 좋은 기량을 뽐내는데 좋을 것 같습니다. World Cup. Now we had 13 athletes for women and 13 athletes for men. And the route cleaning is finished. We'll have another 13 athletes each in a very short time.
Well, we're just about to resume underway. I think our route cleaners have earned their money for the day. Yes, it's so much so that I think one of the judges actually timed them out, to be fair. So the next climbers due to enter the stage will be Solsar from Korea and the big Norwegian Magnus Midbo. weather-wise, we're still clear here at the minute. We're no rain, but the rain is due. Well, I've just come back to my desk and I'm very delighted that the technical delegate, Christophe Pilon, has dropped off a nice cup of coffee. And he's given my producer a bottle of energy drink, which he's delighted about. Many thanks, Christophe. The check's in the post. We're back underway. So the Viking of the climbing world, Magnus Midbo, 25-year-old, consistent semi-finalist, has made the final earlier this year though, out in Chamonix, where he came in 7th place. Made the podium on 2 occasions, twice a bronze medalist, and a consistent performer. Very much one of the nicest blokes on the climbing circuit as well. I've got the chance to get to know Magnus over the last few days. I've shared breakfast with him. Very much a gentleman and a scholar of the sport. 38 plus and a 39 plus in qualifying. And we joined by Solsar, we used to see her on the bouldering circuit. In fact, this is her first lead event this year. Got a nice record in Mokpo. She came 12th here last year. Strong climb and a quick climb from Norway's Magnus Midbo. As far as Solsar goes, Midbo in this difficult part of this route. I was chatting to Sebastian Hellinkert earlier, who's not taking part here in Mokpo, and in fact he's going to be heading straight home back to Germany shortly because he's been struggling with an illness most of the week with a bit of a fever. So he's going to be withdrawing from the climbing circuit for the next couple of events, and he did mention to me that was a difficult part of the route. You said you would see a lot of people falling there, and he was. That prediction has seemed to become correct.
네, 사주 선수 고생하셨습니다. 멋진 경기 보여줬습니다. 우리 사주 선수. IFSC 클라이밍 월드컵. 지금은 준결승이 진행되고 있습니다. 여자 부지에 15번째 선수가 출전하고 있습니다. 일본의 고바야시 유키.
Next female climber has entered the arena.
On your left-hand side, Yuka Kobayashi from Japan.
And that's Yuka Kobayashi of Japan. We saw Yuka, of course, out in Gijon, where she coming 7th place in the final there. 8th as well earlier this year, that's in Haijiang. And the climber who has an excellent track record, especially in World Championships. But she came 4th in Qinghai and in Alaves as well in 2007, going back 7 years, when she made the top 5 there as a young 18-year-old. So, climber with a lot of potential. We've yet to really see it. She never won a World Cup. 2nd in Jining is her best ever result, and that was 4 years ago. 2 semi-finalists, 18th and 20th in France. The early part of the Alpine swing, and 8th out in Haiyan earlier this year, 7th at the World Championship in Gijon. So, got the talent. First male Austrian on the wall, Mario Lachner. Mario Lachner, 23 years of age. Another climber who's consistently in semi-finals. I don't think he's going to be making the finals today, though.
마리오 랩네 선수였습니다.
Been a minute of a patient climb this from Yuka Kobayashi. Very much circumspective and cautious.
아키토 마시마 from Japan.
38 plus is the lead in the women's competition, and a good move there from Yuka Kobayashi. Maya Vidmar still leads after 14 climbers so far in the women's semi-final. Maya was disappointed with her efforts.
너무 멋진 점을 보여줬습니다. 여러분 큰 박수 보내주십니다.
Next male climber out. Akito Matsushima. 32 years of age. Another one who's been a consistent semi-finalist this year as well. 11th out in Hayang, 11th in Chamonix, 15th in Briançon as well. Didn't take part in the World Championships or in IMST. A 41 and a 39 plus were his two scores in qualifiers.
23살의 이나라 선수가 다음 경기를 출전하겠습니다. 네, 목포 경기를 보고 계신데요. 여러분 이 경기를 재밌게 관람하는 방법 중에 하나가 앞에 마운티 TV에서 중계하는 저 화면을 보는 겁니다. 저 보시죠, 손가락. 저 포이드를 잡고 있는 클라이머들의 손에서 느껴지는 열정. 그것들을 하나하나 느껴보시면 됩니다. You're gonna have a next climber as you
And we've also been joined by the
Dinara from Russia.
European champion of 2013, Dinania Fakultinova.
네, 제가 알기로 이 선수
21 years of age, the world number 5. Two finals this year, but she's been struggling with her form of late. In fact, she came in 26th place in Gijon. I think she actually missed the isolation deadline on that occasion. This is good stuff from Matsushima. I spoke too soon.
여러분 아낌도 선수였습니다.
In all fairness, we should have a prize. You know, the amount of times I do that in a competition. Every time I say, "Oh, he's doing well, fantastic," and then they fall off the wall, it seems to happen. I am a curse. I am a curse on these climbers. I really am. So I think even watching them back, and no doubt I'm going to get climbers coming up to me now and say, "Don't commentate on me when I'm on the wall, please." Yeah, don't say I'm doing well. Don't say I'm doing really well, because I am the kiss of death. That's what I am, the kiss of death. So I might start doing. I might say, "Oh, this climber's doing terribly," and then they'll do wonderful things. Well, I won't put the kiss of death on Denali back with Denova. I'll just tell you her results so far this season. 2 finals earlier this year, in fact. 6 out in Hayang earlier this year. 5th in Chamonix for the 1/5, a 38 and a 41 plus is what she's chasing right now. Maya Vidmar is still in the lead in the women's semi-final with that 38 plus score, with 11 climbers still to come. Yuka Kobayashi is in second place with a climb of 36 plus. The men's competition, it is Aketo Matsushima who now leads with 10 climbers to go. Magnus Midbo in second place with a 38 plus. Hanwoo Kim 35, Ellen Jonas McRae 33, Yabe Kano Vasquez with a 31 makes it the top 5 of the men's competition. Very soon I'll be telling you who's going to be in the final, if we have one, of course. I'll be giving you the permutations of who's on the bubble, who's on the trapdoor, who will make it and who won't. I know it's early right now in Central Europe. I know some people are watching right in the middle of the night. I think it's about 3 a.m. over there right now. 4 a.m., 3 a.m. I think it's 3 a.m. in GB. I think it's 4 a.m. on the continent. Well, of course, we're in the middle of the night in Central Europe. Over here in Asia and in Oceania, they're middle of the day. I know a few of the Australian climbers will be watching. They made me feel very welcome when I had dinner with them out in Noumea earlier this year. Campbell Haddison and Matty and those guys made me feel very welcome. Right, both these climbers starting to get into the real obstacles of these routes. Targets for both of them. 39 plus in the men's competition. And in the women's, it's 38 plus to take the lead. That's as far as Naoki Shimatani goes. He'll be in the high 30s though with that climb. But it may not be enough, especially with the abundance of talent still to come in this men's semi-final. Denani looks a little bit disappointed with that FSC. I think she feels she may have done a little bit better there for the European champion. We are getting towards the business end now. Next climber out. Former winner here in Mokpo. Hyun Bin Min, the 25-year-old. Former poster boy of the event here in Mokpo. Winner here in 2012. That's his only ever World Cup victory. Won the final earlier this year. That's in Haiyang, where he came in 5th place. A 46 plus and a 39 plus were his scores in qualifiers. But 3 semi-finals though, and he didn't even qualify actually when in Imst. Didn't even make the semis there. A 9th place in Briançon, of course, that one didn't even have a final. 16th out in Chamonix, 13th at the World Championships. Yes, Naoki Shimatani's score was a 37, puts him into 3rd place. And Fakritinova, 3rd place as well for the Russian, 35 plus for the European champion. Ayarono has also just got underway. The young Japanese athlete who we saw out in Noumea last month winning the World Youth Crown. amazingly, it's her first World Cup here this season. Hasn't taken part in any competitions all season for the 19-year-old. 38 plus and a 42 plus were her scores in qualifying. And it's still the high 30s. That is the target scores right now. Maya Vidmar's 38 plus is what leads the female semi-final. And it is also Aketo Matsushima's 39 plus that leads the men's semi-final. But after Hyunbin Min, I'll be able to give you the permutations of who's in and who's out. Or who needs what, I should say, of the last 8 in the men's semi-final to tell you who needs what to go through to the final, which I'm guessing will be very shortly after the semi-final because of the weather that's going in. I'm just keeping my one eye on the live weather radar I have in front of me, and it looks like we're going to get away with the first band of rain that was due to come in around about 11:30 to 12 o'clock here local time. It looks like it's going to miss Mokpo completely. However, the second band that's going to be coming around about 2-3 o'clock, it looks like we're not going to miss. And that is heavy stuff. We're looking at 9 to 12 millimeters of rain an hour. So I think that will stop any play of any sport, in fact. And we can't put this final back any later than 6 o'clock. They don't have the facilities here to light the wall up properly. So the sunset here is at 6 p.m. So you'd be looking at starting a final, if you could, around 4:30 if you want the rain to clear, but then you're just playing with fire. You'd rather try and get the final underway sooner rather than later. So 11:16 here local time now. 9 climbers apiece have to go on each wall. You're looking 12 o'clock. You could have seen a half one start maybe if you're lucky. All depends what the delegates here and the jury president wants to go with. He's no doubt keeping one eye on the weather radar as well. The forecasters did say that it was due to come in about 1 o'clock. Hyunbin Min was a 37, puts him into 3rd place. Next climber out in the men's competition is Gautier Super of France. And now I can tell you what he needs. He needs to surpass Aketo Matsushima's score of 39 plus. If he does so, he's in the final. If he doesn't, then the Japanese climber Aketo Matsushima will be in the final.
시간이 갈수록 점점 힘이 흔해지는데요. 네, 이제 시작합니다.
Christina Scrawns also getting underway. The 25-year-old. 5th in Briançon in 2012 is the best ever result in World Cup climbing. 2 semi-finals this year. On home soil in Imps when she came in 18th place, 17th in Gijon, and a couple of missed qualifiers out in France in the early part of the season.
네, 여러분은 2014년도 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 함께하고 계십니다. 지금 보이시면 왼쪽에 여자가 준결승전했고 남자 선수가 준결승전했습니다. 이 여자 선수는 주어진 시간 8분 이내에 약 53개의 홀드를 잡고 완승을 하는 게 목표입니다. 저기 맨 꼭대기 보시면 탑이라고 쓰여져 있는 부분이 있는데요. 이 두 양 선수가 그곳을 향해, 목적을 향해서 8분 안에 올라야 하는 것입니다.
여자부 중에서는
네.
대략적으로 쉬운 3개의 부분을 해야 되고요.
네.
남자부 쪽에서는 대략적으로 쉬운 1개의 부분을
네.
해야지 완등시까지 갈 수 있는 그런 부분입니다.
네, 남자 선수가 2개의 홀드가 더 작네요. 그렇죠?
여기서 하는 부분은요.
네.
홀의 숫자를 이야기하는 것이 아니고
네.
그 1개의 홀 위에
네.
3개의 점수가 부여되는 홀들이 있습니다.
아, 그렇군요.
그래서 남자는 여자는 53까지
네.
다음에 이제 탑
네.
여자 그리고 남자 선수들은 아마 시간 경제 못 봐서 모르겠지만
네.
평균적으로
네.
51점 그리고 그 다음 선수가 탑이 들어갔습니다.
Gautier Super. 39 plus is the score to beat. Staying strong is the French athlete. Both these climbers finding the resting points. You saw the lactic acid doesn't build up too much in their arms.
네, 아니네요. 예, 다시 한번 자세히 보시면 여자부터가
네.
무브스가 59부가 나왔습니다.
정말 많은 무브를 하고 올라가는데요. 와, 대단한 선수입니다.
And Gautier Super looks like he's going to be the first athlete to go into this top section of this route.
멋진 무브를 보여주고 있는 고티에 선수.
And this is excellent stuff here from Gautier Super. Now a little bit difficult. The next part, but that's the lead in this semi-final. And no doubt we'll see him in the final later on today. Christine Scrons.
네, 계속 왼쪽에 크리스틴 선수 열심히 오르고 있습니다.
Looking to get past Maya Vidmar's score of 38 plus. She's not far away by the looks of things.
네, 시간이 가져갈수록 어제 좋은 예술 경기를 펼쳐줬던 선수들이 성적 순대로 나오고 있습니다. 어제 1등을 한 선수는 맨 마지막에 나오고요. 계속해서 좋은 선수들이 나오고 있습니다. 총 남자는 7명의 선수가 남아있는 상태입니다.
네, 다음으로 출전하는 남자부 선수는요.
네,
로맨 선수, 로맨 스코틱 선수입니다.
로맨 스코픽 선수, 정말 맛있게
Christine
내렸습니다.
departs the wall, so we'll see if that's enough to get past Maya Vidmar's score of 38 plus. It's going to be in that area. We shall see. Doman Skofic has come to join this semi-final, and his requirement is simple: 39 plus. Aketo Matsushima's score. He gets past it, he's in the final. If he doesn't, then the Japanese athlete will advance. Christine Scrans did do enough, in fact, 40 for the Austrian athletes. She's through to the final. I do beg your pardon. She will be through to the final. If Ika Tajima doesn't surpass 40. And I'll tell you one thing, it's a very good score from the Austrian climber. And it may be enough.
네, 왼편으로 여자 선수 입장했습니다. 누구는 133번 아이카 from Japan.
8 climbers to go in the female semi-final, 7 to go in the male semi-final. This is Doman Skofic. Four finals out of 5 this season. Third in Chamonix, but he made the podium. There's his best finish for the young 20-year-old. Fourth in the World Championships at Gijon. Sixth in Hayang earlier this year. Seventh in Imst. Third in Chamonix.
지금 좌측에서 등반하고 있는데요. 아이카 선수와 선수는 청소년 대회에 참가하는 선수들이라면 아마 저 선수는 알 것 같아요.
네, 꽤 유명한 선수죠.
그렇죠. 98년생이에요.
네,
고등학교 1학년.
고등학교 1학년생. 와, 지금 최연소 여자 선수입니다. 근데 움직이는 모습가 정말 다리처럼 가벼워요.
실제로 보기에도 가벼워 보이죠.
네, 정말 가벼워 보이네요.
한 20kg 정도?
네, 제가 보이는데 와, 무브가 정말 가볍고 멋집니다. On your left-hand side, we have Aika from Japan, the youngest female athlete so far in Mokpo's first Latin World Cup. She was born in 1988. Wow, but her movement is amazing. Let's have a look.
Doman Skofic really rattling through the early part.
혹시 지금
Of this
이거
route.
목포 월드컵 경기장에
Ika Kojima about a third of the way in.
혹시 이가희
Skofic is what we're concentrating on right now.
이가희 선수 와 있나요? 예, 안녕하세요. 이가희 선수를, 그러니까 지금 타지마 선수를 보면은 우리 이가희 선수 올라가는 것 같아.
이가희 선수도 가볍나요?
이가희 선수가 보기가 비슷하죠. 예, 이가희 선수 혹시 몇 킬로그램 정도 되죠 지금? 30? 30kg이 넘는데요.
30kg이 어느 정도 상상수 없는 무게인데요. 네, 계속해서 선수들 오르고 있습니다. 더 많이지만 잘 통하고 있는 도맨스코핑 선수. 지금 세계 랭킹 7위입니다. 도맨스코핑 오른쪽에 보이는 선수 세계 랭킹 7위. 현재까지 샤머니 월드컵에서 가장 좋은 성적을 보여줬는데요. 4위를 차지했습니다. 남자 라피도에서 전 세계 랭킹 4위를 차지했던 도맨스코핑 선수.
Oh, good recovery there from Domin Skofic. Really, it was. I guess polite round of applause to the crowd. I think they knew what a good recovery that was from the Slovenian athlete. And keeps his final hopes alive here. Ika Kojima, we haven't said much about Ika, a 41 plus and a 47 plus in her qualifiers, 16 years of age, the youngest athlete in this competition. Former World Youth Champion of 12 months ago. Just one World Cup this season when she came in 23rd place in China, in Haiyang. Hasn't participated in a World Cup since, didn't go to the World Championships either. But it's been patient climbing from the 16-year-old Japanese athlete. And excellent stuff it is to see. Skofic enjoying his rest. Well, I think Skofic has done enough now to get into the final. Let's see how far he can go. So near, yet so far. He would have done enough though to get into the final. That is for sure. Now, Ika Tajima has got 40 moves to beat to guarantee her place in the final. And it seems on this female route, a lot of the later climbs, the patience is the key. Well, they're watching all around the world right now. Pretty good afternoon to our good friend, IFSC delegate Graham Alderson, who's watching this currently in Auckland Airport. He's had a well-earned rest and holiday. Hope you enjoyed yourself, my good mates. And Tajima maybe the one who'll be setting the benchmark here. The 16-year-old Japanese climber really trying to make a name for herself here, and she may just do that.
엄청난 선수였습니다. 최연소 아이카 선수였습니다. Amazing job, 아이카. Beautiful. 와, 한눈에 봐도 정말 말라 보이는데요. 근육으로 다져진 몸. 최연소 98년생. 아주 좋은 경기를 보여줬습니다.
네, 아이가 선수 저 어마무시한 경기에서 지금 7분 40초 동안 등반을 했어요.
아, 대단하다.
Stefano Ghisolfi
저 구간에서 쉴 줄은 몰랐죠, 그렇죠?
깜짝 놀랐네.
네,
is the sixth to last climber
손을 바꿔가면서
to go out, and Ika Tajima indeed has
어마무시한 가시야 가시.
got into the final 45 plus for the Japanese climber. What a result that is.
왼쪽으로 여자 선수 출전했습니다. 프랑스에서 온 선수죠.
Ellen Yannick from France.
Let's go.
Helen Jeniko needs to beat Christina Scran's 40.
네,
Gautier
앞에
Super
이탈리아
47 plus still
선수가
leads the
있습니다.
men's competition. We're still waiting for Doman Skovich's
갈수록 긴장감이 높고 갈수록 높이 올라가는데요. 이번
Result
헬렌
to come in.
선수 어떤 경기를 보여줄지 한번 유심히 지켜봅시다.
Ellen Jeniko as well is also getting underway, and 40 is the score to beat for Ellen for her to get into the final. Still waiting for Doman Skovich's score to be entered. Just being reviewed by our judges, no doubt, making sure everything is up to date and correct before they sign it off.
네, 여러분 지금 2014년도 IFSC 몽포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 관람하고 계십니다. 왼쪽으로는 헬렌 프랑스 선수가 보이고요. 오른쪽에는 스테파노 이탈리아 선수가 보입니다. 지금 왼쪽에 보이는 선수는 세계 랭킹 7위에 있습니다. 여자부 난이도 세계 랭킹 7위를 기록하고 있고요. 가장 좋은 성적으로는 처음 열렸던 하양에서 열렸던 경기에서 7위를 차지한 바가 있습니다. 그리고 계속해서 15위, 9위, 9위 이렇게 해서 보여줬는데요. 총 세계 랭킹 7위를 달리고 있습니다. 그리고 오른쪽에 보이는 선수도 마찬가지로 좋은 성적을 보여주고 있는데요. 세계 랭킹 13위에 드는 선수입니다. 저 선수를 보면 클라이밍뿐만 아니라 정말 다재다능한 분야에서도 두각을 나타내는데 제가 페이스북으로 좋아요를 클릭한 결과 저 선수가 또 그 유럽 선수 대표로 해서 미국에서 열리는 어떤 프로그램에 참가해서 또 우승한 경력도 있는 선수입니다. 아주 다재다능한 선수 기솔피 스테파노 선수가 오른쪽에 있습니다.
Now then, what can the young Italian do here? Well, he's doing
음악 소리도 작고
excellent
여러분들이
progress here.
앉아있으면
Is the
선수들의
Italian
숨소리까지 들릴 수 있는
and I think he may have
여기 목포
passed
월드컵 경기장입니다.
Matsushima's score of 39 plus. Holds on well, recovers well. It should be enough to get him to the final though. Elena needs to surpass 40. She is to get into the final.
네, 과감한 무브로 열심히 집중하면서 올라가는 선수.
Making sure she's comfortable before she does this next move.
상상할 수가 없는데요. 저기서 손을 털면서 앞으로 갈 구간을 조심스럽게 살펴보는 선수. 세계 랭킹 7위, 세계 랭킹 7위 헬렌 선수입니다. 네, 계속해서 프랑스 선수입니다.
The climber stays on well. Good strong grip on the left hand from Elena. She couldn't hold on to it though. Polite wave to the crowd, but I think that should be enough.
오른쪽 선수 등장했습니다. 로메 넥스프란스 from France.
Stefano Gisolfi's score has been entered 46 plus. We're still waiting for Domin Skolfich's score to be entered. It's under review. Still, Gisolfi's in 46 plus. He's currently lies in second place, and feel Skolfich is round about the same there on the 46-47 mark. We shall see. Romain de Grange just about to get underway to start his campaign in the semi-final.
중에서 연장자네요. 남은 다음으로 두 번째로 연장자인 선수인데요. 와, 기력이 대단합니다. 계속해서 왼쪽 여자 선수 등장했습니다. 등번호 135번 리사 오타 from Japan. 네, 여섯 번째 선수입니다. 현재 6명의 여자 선수들은
And indeed, Hélène Génico does indeed advance to the final. 42, the score for the France athlete. Puts her into second place. It is enough with 6 athletes still to come. She will be in the final later today. Romain de Grange hasn't missed a final this season. He's made every one. Only podium in once though. That was in France, and Briançon coming second place. Of course, that was after the semi-final climbs there. Because of what happened in the ill-affected, weathered final there. Remain fourth in China earlier this year. 5th place in Chamonix, the 2nd place in Briançon, as I mentioned. 4th place in Imst, 7th place at the World Championship. It's been a steady season. I think it'll be disappointing he hasn't got a World Cup under his belt, the European champion last year, but still has been a consistent season. Top 5 in World Cups, 7th at the World Championship. And the 6th to last climber to come out is Risa Ota of Japan, 21-year-old. On 2 finals for Risa. 8th place and 6th place. 8th place out in Chamonix and 6th place out in Imst. Rest of the time just a consistent semi-final performer. Didn't do that well out in Gijon though at the World Championship when she came in 21st place. And her score is Christina Scrawns' 40, is what she needs to surpass if she is to be in the final later on. And the 31-year-old veteran, Romain Desgrange, ran about the same area. Got the climbers earlier, and a good move from the Frenchman. Move took a lot out of him. But no doubt we'll see him in the final, and it may be enough to lead this competition as well. Rita Otta. Patience is a virtue, it seems, for a lot of these later climbers. They might be aware of the weather forecast as well, and they may feel that this could be their final. It's still yet to be confirmed, by the way, what time the final is due to start. As soon as I get that news, I will deliver it to you. And Rita Otta goes. Disaster for the Japanese athlete. Well, that's good news for Christine Scrawns, who's in the final. Romain Desgrange certainly does lead, 48 plus for the 31-year-old Frenchman. He leads this competition. And right now in the women's competition, Rita Otta not enough for her to even make the top 10, in fact, only 28 plus for the Japanese athlete. So the top three who are definitely in the final are Ika Tajima, 45 plus, Ellen Geniko, 42, Christine Scrawns, 40. Now the target is now Maya Vidmars, 38 plus for the 5 women that remain. 2012 world champion has joined us. Jakob Schubert. Did a feature with Jakob that we'll be doing with a few climbers as well throughout the Asia tour, and when they have time we're going to edit it together. It's a little bit of what we call a lightning round of questions, of quick fire questions I'll ask these guys, really to just open up their personality. You know, and it was interesting to see some of Jakob's answers. You know, it's the typical stuff that you might hear that. What's your favourite film, your favourite TV programme, etc, etc. And I asked Jakob his last question, what would you be if you weren't a climber? And he said, I'd be a famous economist. That was his answer. Well, we'll see if he's got the numbers to figure out this route. Pardon the pun. For those of you keeping score, that's my first one of the day, by the way. Jakob,
현재 10위.
always a consistent performer, hasn't been out the top 5 all season.
1위.
Winner earlier this year,
오스트리아의 파워를 느낄 수 있는 지금 그 현장.
out in Hayang. His only World Cup victory actually this season.
이 선수들의 숨소리
Picked up the silver medal in Chamonix, followed by 2 bronzes out in Briançon and Imst. 5th place at the World Championship where he defended his title with honour.
여러분 지켜봐 주시기 바랍니다.
12 times a World Cup winner.
전혀 다른
And he's only 23 years of age.
선수들 과연 야콥 선수 어떤 승부를 선사할까요?
Katharina Posch as well, out onto the arena. Only one final this year for Kata. That was in Briançon, and in fact that didn't even happen. So that's the only top 8 finish so far for Katharina. 10th in China earlier this year, 13th in Chamonix, 15th in Imst, 18th in Gijon. So not climber that's coming to this with a lot of form, but no doubt looking to amend that. Did top out on one of her routes in qualifying, and a 47 plus on the other. It's still Aketo Matsushima's score of 39 plus is what the later climbers in the men's draw are looking for. 4 men already there though. Domin Skolfic, 4th place, 45 plus. Stefano Ghisolfi of Italy, 46 plus. Gauthier Stubert, France, 47 plus, and the lead is currently with Romain Degrange, 48 plus. They're the 4 climbers in the men's side, definitely through to the final, whenever that may be. And 3 women have already advanced to the final. They are Aika Tajima, 16 years of age, from Japan, 45 plus. Hélène Genecourt, France, 42. Christine Scrons of Austria, 40. Katharina Posch needs to surpass Maya Vidmar's score, 38 plus, to get through to the final. They're both near the targets. Katharina Posch goes. It's going to be around that mark. I'll give you confirmation as soon as the score lands. Is it enough to get past Maya Vidmar's 38 plus? Possibly. Jakob. Oh, he holds on for dear life. Not there for Jakob, but he should be in the final. It should be more than enough to surpass Matsushima's score of 39 plus. It should be around the mid-40s mark, but it's not going to be enough to surpass Romain Desgrange.
Left-hand side, we have Anna Berlin from Belgium.
Anneke Verhoeven. Has a moment of deep thought before starting her route in this semi-final. Katarina Posch did more than enough, in fact, to get through to the final. She's in second place, 44 plus for the Austrian athlete. So still Maya Vidmar's 38 plus is what Anneke Verhoeven needs to surpass. Jakob Schubert, fourth place, 45 plus. Still 39 plus of Aketo Matsushima is what needs to be surpassed for the last three gentlemen to get into the final, the first of which will be Sean McCall, who's just come out into the arena. I'm still looking at the weather radar right now. The first band of showers, I think, will be in the next 30 to 40 minutes. So it looks like we are going to get this semi-final over and done with without any rain interrupting it. The question is, will we have a final? Because I'm looking at the mass blob of yellow, which indicates heavy rain that is currently in the Korea Strait between South Korea and Japan, and it's going to hit landfall in Mokpo. For those who don't know where Mokpo is, it's looking at where South Korea is. It's at the bottom left of the landmass of South Korea. That is where Mokpo is. So when the weather comes, it'll be Mokpo that will get the brunt of it first. It's predicted to land, according to the local weather forecast, around 2 p.m, just 2 hours from now. Which is why we've seen a lot of patience from a lot of these climbers, because they might have been made aware of the weather situation. No doubt the majority of them would have, in fact, because It would have been indicated that the finals may be brought forward. It was due to get underway 3:30 at local time, about 3.5 hours from now. Speaking to the jury president, Jim Hatch, earlier, he said to me it might bring it forward to 2 p.m. But looking at the weather forecast, it could be brought forward even before then to maybe 1:30. The later climbers will need rest, of course. Get some energy in them. Spot of lunch. Before getting underway to get this final underway. If it does get underway, I am going to guess it'll be like you're seeing on your screen right now. They'll send out both climbers out at the same time and trying to beat the rain. Both climbers come out at the same time, 8 minutes apiece. You're looking at 54 minutes, 56 minutes maybe. So a final will be done in under an hour. So it won't be keeping each climber having the whole arena to themselves. But in cases like this, you've got to change the format to make sure we can try and get a final in. It's better doing that than having no final at all, of course. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sean McCall needs to surpass Matsushima's score of 39 plus. He's around that area right now. Anik Verhoeven needs to get past the 38 plus of Maya Vedmar. A disappointment for Anik in her World Championship campaign. She came in 6th place there in Gijon. She felt she could have done a lot better. She was a little bit upset at the time. But myself and Seb Helenker, who chatted to her afterwards, we said, you're 18 years of age, you've got 7 more goes at trying to win a world title. Don't worry about it. Plenty more years in her yet. McCall leaves the wall. Should be enough. I'll wait for confirmation, but it should be enough. Rueful smile from the Canadian. Anik Verhoeven in the meantime. I think she surpassed that 38 plus of Maya Vedmar, so can she stamp under authority and put some pressure on Mina Markovic, Magdalena Roque and Jian Kim, who are still yet to come? Ika Tajima is the climber in the lead with 45 plus. Anik still a little bit of work to do. Sean McCall gets in with ease, 46 plus the Canadian into 3rd place. And with the quality that's yet to come in Adam Ondra and Ramon Julien, Pibon K has just got underway. We feel that's probably going to be the final of that top 8. Barring disaster, Anik Verhoeven going to be one in the lead now in this women's semi-final. How far can she go? An excellent climb this from the young Belgian, excellent climb. Gonna be in the lead and more. What's to be said about this gentleman? Hasn't been said already, I don't think. Double world champion, 16-time a World Cup winner for the 32-year-old from Spain. The runner-up in Gijon, he was a move or two away from becoming a double world champion. I thought he was going to do it. His slip at the end gifted Adam Ondra the world title.
지난달에 결혼을 했어요.
오래된 여자친구, 약 8년 동안 만난 여자친구와 네, 결혼했는데
수절남이 됐죠 이제.
네, 특별한 됐습니다. 아, 제가 기분이 어떠냐고 물어봤어요. 근데 1년 동안 살았기 때문에 그냥 세상의 조용히
Annie Verhoeven, wow, scored a 57. Stamps her authority on this semi-final.
정말 좋아하는 선수인데요.
Ramon's score, he needs to pass is 39 plus from Aketo Matsushima. And with Ondra still to come as well, I think we could have a who's who of men's league climbing here in Mokpo in the final. Mina Markovic begins her campaign in this semi-final. Oh, Ramon, oh, that playing with fire there, Sunshine. Nearly a bit of a slip then from the double world champion. Stays on the wall though. But it looks like Ramon has done enough here to guarantee a place in the final.
라몬의 이름을 구글에 치면 정말 수도 없는 정보가 나오죠. 그만큼 수많은 팬들을 거느리고 있습니다.
Can he get past Romain Desgrange's score? This is the move. Superb from the Spaniard. Might be enough for him to have the lead in this semi-final, I do beg your pardon. I'll wait for confirmation to come in. But you feel the double world champion may have the lead here in Mokpo. Mina Markovic. Got to get past the score of 38 plus set by her fellow teammate, Maya Vedmar. Indeed, Ramon-Julien Piblanquet tied with Romain Desgrange, but goes on their comeback from qualifiers, 48 plus apiece. The Spaniard has the lead. Adam Ondra just entering the arena. He is the last athlete in this men's semi-final, is Adam Ondra. 48 plus is the score to beat for the lead. 39 plus is to get into the final. If there's two scores, Ondra will need. Markovic in the meanwhile done more than enough to get into the final, but now can she surpass what Annick Verhoeven did about 7-8 minutes ago? Adam Ondra wasted no time. Getting right down to business. He's a quick climber. Doesn't think too much about it, just gets on with it. But Markovic. Looking to make himself comfortable to make this move. She's timed out. But she wants to carry on and try and complete the run anyway. And you feel she may would have done it if she had another minute or so. But a lot of patience for a lot of the female climbers in the latter part of the draw. Really have been taking their time on this route. They know how much of a dangerous route it has been. They've been sitting in isolation, seeing all the female athletes going out early and seeing them come off the wall early. They would have known that it was a difficult route to seeing it beforehand as well. Patience was definitely the key. Adam Ondra. Now 39 plus is what he needs to get into the final. 48 plus to take the lead. Well, the route setters always want separation, and those aren't the best climbers to make the finals. Which is why you never see many tops in semis, and they'll be delighted with what they've done today. Not one top in either female or male final. Magdalena Roca, the penultimate athlete in the female semi-final. As Adam Ondra looks to tackle. Ondra looking to tackle this in difficult part of the route. Making sure he's comfy before taking a rest. Oh, Ondra goes! Wow! Now then, is that going to be enough? Well, he's seeing, is that thumbs up or thumbs down? He's not sure. Well, what a major shock this could be. The world champion of a couple of weeks ago could be in trouble here. I'm waiting for this score to come in. 39 plus is what he needs to beat. It's not enough. 38 plus for Adam Ondra. 9th place, it puts him in. And the world champion will not be in the final here in Mokpo. Well, that was unexpected. But it's good news for Japan's Keito Matsushima, who will be in the final in his place. Well, what a shock that is of Adam Ondra not making the finals currently. 38 plus puts him into 9th place. He's having a good chat right now with our jury president Tim Hatch. Not too happy indeed. 2 climbs to go in the women's semi-final, the first of which is Magdalena Roca, winner out in Imst earlier this year. On the podium in the World Championships, where she come into 3rd place there. 3 seconds in a row behind Jean Kim as well earlier. She's been Jean's biggest rival. start by Magdalena. Like all the climbers before her in this semi-final, taking the approach of caution. Maya Vidmar's score, she needs to surpass off 38 plus. And I think she's on about that mark now, in fact. Jan Kim's still yet to come, she's the last climber out. No doubt she'll get a rousing reception here from this partisan crowd. No climbers topped out today on either route. Anna Verhoeven leads this women's semi-final with 57. Mina Markford second place, 52. 2 climbers to go. Maya Vidmar in 7th place currently with 38 plus. Oh, well, Magdalena, do beg your pardon, has surpassed that a long time ago. So now she's looking to try and lead this final. .57 is the target of Anna Verhoeven. And that'll put Magdalena in roughly, I'm predicting, 3rd place. Behind Mina Markovic and behind Anna Verhoeven. Jane Kim, final climber to come out in this semi-final.
엄청난 파워를 느낄 수 있는 무대였습니다. Great job, Magdalena. Beautiful. Now we have only one athlete left here so far today. The female athlete. Who's next? She's coming. You can see in person.
So the final climber to come out here in Mokpo. Last athlete, she gets the whole stage to herself. Here she comes. Kim Jae of South Korea. Magdalena Rock, I do beg your pardon, 2nd place, 52 plus. Of course, Mina Markovic was timed out. 52 for Mina into 3rd place. Simple for Jian Kim. The 2 scores are 38 plus she needs to get to the final, and for the lead, it's 57. Nobody's topped out today, but we have a grandstand finish to round off semi-finals this morning here in Mokpo. Kim Jae-in, who has been in immense form in 2014. Of the 5 lead competitions that we've seen this year, she's won 4 of them. Only second to Magdalena Rock out in Imst. Winning the world title after so much heartbreak in the past, where she'd been in second place on 3 occasions beforehand. She finally put that ghost to bed. And is now the current world champion. 21 times a World Cup winner. Kim Jae-in just finding the rest point. I think she may now, with that move, have done more than enough to advance to the final. The question is now, how far up that leaderboard can she get to? 57 is the target of Anneke Verhoeven. Well, Kim Jae-in doing excellent work here. And news just reaching us that the final is going to be scheduled for 3 PM here local time. The route setters their work not yet done, and the earliest they reckon they can get this final ready by will be 3 p.m. And for those of you who just joined us, the weather here is due to get quite dramatic around about 2 p.m. So, Kim Jae-in here needs to get to past 57 from Anneke Verhoeven. No tops we've seen today. Could this be the first? So near yet so far. Kim Jae-in, another great exhibition climb from the South Korean climber to please the crowd here in Mokpo.
정확히 8분을 딱 소진했어요.
대단한 선수입니다. 본인의 기량을 아는 거죠.
Kim Jae-in, no doubt, after that, has taken the lead in this final. Indeed, she has been confirmed 58 plus for Kim Jae-in here of South Korea. She has the lead in this final. Let's give you a rundown of where we stand. The top 8 of the men who will contest the final here in Mokpo will be Ramon Julien Piblanquet, Romain Degrange, Gauthier Super, great day for France, Jean McCall, Stefano Gisolfi, Jakob Schubert, Domin Skofic, and Eketo Matsushima of Japan. That name in 9th place is a biggest shock of the day. Adam Ondra, the world champion, out. Doesn't make the final here in Mokpo. Magnus Midbo, 10th place. So near yet so far for Magnus again. Haemun Min, former winner here in Mokpo 2 years ago, not to be this time. Aketo Shimatani, 37. Ilan Jonas McRae went up really early, in fact, to a good climb there from the Canadian. G1 Park, 16 with 31 there. Ray Sugimoto, first climb in lead since the juniors. It's an 18th place for Ray. Didn't happen today for Manuel Lechner or Yabi Kim. And didn't happen as well for the last 6 as well. Loic Timmermans didn't bring that for me. He had it so well in Noumea. And Singwon Cho brings up that leaderboard.
Males and female lead final. Isolation zone close at 2 p.m. And presentation and observation will have from 3 o'clock to 3:20. And
The women's
finals will
top 8
start
final will be contested by Jean Kim, Anneke Verhoeven, Magdalena Roca, Marina Markovic, Aika Tajima. What a story! 16 years of age for the Japanese athlete in the final here in Mokpo. Katarina Posch, 44 plus in 6th place. Ellen Jenico, 7th place, and Christine Scron to make up that top 8. Maya Vinman went out really early, set the mark at 38 plus, didn't make it. She went out on the bubble in 9th place. Yuka Kobayashi didn't bring that good form from Gijon here. Goes out in 10th. Dina Pakistanova, European champion, been out of all sorts the last 12 months since winning that title. Not to be this time. Sol Sa, 15th place there. Sola Kim, 18th, and then a lot of the climbers that you don't really see too much on the World Cup circuit, from 19th down to 26th, really struggled on this difficult route here in this women's semi-final. So then, 12:35 here local time. The final is due to get underway at 3 p.m, but try and keep abreast of Twitter and try and be here for around 5 to 3. We'll let you know what's happening regardless, but the weather is due to hit here around 2-3 o'clock, so we will see what happens. But on behalf of Johnny Rhodes, our producer, this is me, Johnny Bryan, wishing you a very good afternoon from Mokpo. See you shortly, hopefully.